Welcome to Fishing with Dave on Channel 43 Public Access. Here's your host, Captain Dave.
And welcome back, everybody, to Fishing with Dave here on Public Access Channel 43. You know, there's something about fishing games that never really goes out of style, no matter how loud the industry gets or how complicated games become. Nothing quite replaces the feeling of casting a line and waiting. Not rushing or reacting, just being there. A good fishing game doesn't try to impress you. It doesn't overload the screen. It doesn't damage constant input or demand constant input. It asks for patience and in return it gives you space. Space is rare now. Most of the world seems designed to keep you tense, alert, ready to respond at all times. Even entertainment has started to feel like work. That's why fishing games endure. When the world feels heavy, when everything is negative or loud or endlessly argumentative. Sometimes the best thing you can do is head out onto a digital lake and let the noise fall away. You don't need to win a state. You don't need progression systems stacked on top of each other. You just need virtual water in real life time and the quiet expectation that something might happen eventually. Fishing games understand that peace is a mechanic. They let you breathe without calling it a feature. You give your hand something simple to do while your mind unwinds. You watch the water, you listen to ambient sounds, you wait, and somehow that waiting does more for you than 100 high intensity moments ever could. Or, you know, whatever, right? It's funny because for some people it isn't fishing at all. For others it's driving, long empty roads, playing transport trucks simulator, or whatever, or walking simulators, or Subnautica, like games like that. They're all about letting the brain cool down. We don't talk enough about games as places to rest. We don't, they're not about escaping, or they're not avoidance, but rest. There's a difference. Rest is intentional. Rest is choosing something that doesn't care or ask for more from you when you're already stretched thin. Fishing games are honest about what they are. They don't pretend to be intense. They don't apologize for being slow. They don't feel the need to justify themselves as spectacle. They trust that stillness is enough. Out on a lake, even a digital one, negativity loses its grip. The constant churn of opinions, outrage, and urgency fades into the background. You're left with rhythm. Cast, wait, reel, buy bait, sell fish, then buy more bait, upgrade your line, upgrade your fishing rod and all that stuff. Sometimes you don't even catch anything, and that's fine. The act itself is the point. The moment of stepping away, even briefly, from everything that feels heavy. In a world that keeps trying to keep you keyed up and reactive, peaceful games are a form of resistance. They say you're allowed to slow down, you're allowed to choose calm, you're allowed to enjoy something about being pushed. So whether it's a fishing rod, a steering wheel, or a quiet path through an empty world, these games matter. They give us a place to set the weight down for a while. And honestly, nothing beats a good old fishing game when you just need to feel human again. Sometimes you don't need to conquer anything. Sometimes you just need a lake. Mirror Lake. Heck, I made my own fishing game as a a text user interface. I was going to say text adventure, but it's not really a text adventure. But it's a text-based fishing game. Heck, I made that, and I feel better doing these videos, and I don't feel as stressed, or anything like that. So with that being said, thank you for joining me here on Mirror Lake, and until next time, you're going to love the next episode. And keep your line and your boat on the water.